Hollywood YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to watch another video. As you can tell by the title, I'll be doing a video on productivity and time management while you're in nursing school. So I have basically about 5 tips to really help you in your journey of being super productive and managing your time well. Babe! Hush! The first tip I have is to make sure you have a means to structure your schedule, whether that is a planner or an agenda, a digital planner, or a large calendar. It is imperative that you plan for everything and you plan ahead so that you do not fall behind, so that you don't miss any assignments, because missing a few points here and there can be the difference between you passing or failing a class. So you really have to make sure that you are good about scheduling everything. For most people, I would recommend a physical hard planner because you can carry that with you everywhere, and it's something that can be in front of you that you can remember, okay, I need to look at this and make sure that I'm ticking off all of my tasks that I have to complete. Personally, I use a digital planner. I will insert how my planner looks here. Usually at the beginning of the session, I will take the academic calendar that each class gives me and write down each of the individual assignments and their due dates so that I have them all written. And the main reason that I still use a digital planner is because I like to cross out my stuff once they're complete. It's very satisfying for me to know that I'm completing my goals and getting my stuff done. So that's the main reason for that. Otherwise, the majority of how I organize my days and my schedules are on Google Calendar. Google Calendar is my lifeblood. I use it religiously every day, all day, from the morning to the night. For me, Google Calendar is just a very convenient app. Once you put something in your schedule to be completed, you get reminders, I believe like an hour before, 30 minutes before, and 10 minutes before it's supposed to happen, so that you really just have no excuse to forget to do anything that you have to do. So this is what my May looked like. You can see that I organize the things that I have to do by color. So my purple is my workouts, my yellow would be my school stuff, the orange would be YouTube stuff, green is usually stuff like cleaning or any chores or any errands I have to run. Blue would be my personal life, and the red would be super important appointments that I have to attend or take care of. So looking through my May, you can see that I schedule in my time with my boyfriend. I schedule in when I'm going to be editing or filming a video, when I'm going to be cooking, cleaning, doing laundry. Literally everything goes in there. The only things that I don't put in my Google Calendar are basically like brushing my teeth and showering or meditating or anything else that I do pretty religiously without needing to be prompted. Like, I'm still not disciplined about working out, but I'm disciplined about brushing my teeth, so I don't need to remind myself to do that. Tip number 2, I would say, honestly, I would avoid working all together. Nursing school is a full-time job in and of itself. It requires you to be emotionally and physically involved at all times, and so adding in working can make it a lot more difficult. If you are someone who has the privilege of staying at your parents' place, or you have someone else who can foot your bills and take care of you, and you're okay with being taken care of, because I know some people don't like that idea, but if you have that privilege, take advantage of it, sis or bro. Take advantage of it, because this is a time period where if you can devote your 100% all to your education, then it'll be better for you in the end. When you're at the NCLEX and reviewing stuff, it won't be clouded by all the other busy things you had to do in that time period when you were super busy. Now, if you do have to work because you have kids or a family, then working is doable. You just have to make sure you manage your time well. And I will also say you would make sure that you get into a job that is flexible and understanding of the fact that your first priority is nursing school. So if you do like a PCA job or a patient care tech or a CNA job, that will be good, because you will be getting experience for nursing school, and what you're learning will kind of line up a little bit. Other career choices that I would recommend would be like a retail job or something where it's kind of mindless and you don't have to think too hard, because your brain will be on overdrive anyway when you're home, and you don't want to have to think back to back all day long. Like, your brain needs a rest. The other job I would recommend is a registered behavior technician, which is what I am. If you are interested in working with little kiddos who are on the autism spectrum, or you have any interest in mental health at all, it's a really good career, and I think it pays the best out of all of them, to be honest. If you are in need of something that brings you in a good enough income that is very flexible for you while you are in school, that is what I would recommend. I am actually an RBT and I really love my job. Having a flexible job is super important, because not only will your classes fluctuate throughout nursing school, but your workload will fluctuate as you're in school. So when you're taking like general education classes or intro classes that are not that hard, you can work up to 40 hours if you really wanted to, like throw in some overtime or whatever, because you have that ability. But if you are in classes like pharmacology and pathophysiology or med surg or more dense classes, you don't have the time to be working 40 hours. Then you would want to cut down to 10 to 20 hours depending on what you need to take care of yourself and your family, because you want to make sure that you have that time, that extra time to study for school. Workload is something that you're going to have to learn how to manage. You have to set aside time every week to study. I recommend reviewing your notes before you actually get to lecture, as soon as your professor posts them, and then also after lecture, so you can fill in any gaps that you might have had and make sure you internalize exactly what you sat there and listened to. Third, I would say give yourself rewards. Giving yourself rewards can be very motivating and helpful when you are studying, especially, or when you know that you have to be super productive about something, whether it's organizing your closet or cleaning out your home or something like that. If you say, okay, if I finish cleaning this closet, wash up all these dishes, and study 2 chapters of pharmacology, then I'm gonna go get my nails done. You will be motivated, especially if your nails look quarantine crazy. It'll motivate you to get yourself together, be focused, and get through what you have to get through. You have to learn how to make yourself focus in different ways. One way that I motivate myself a lot is with food, honestly. I will tell myself, if I get through these 5 chapters, if I upload this video, if I do this, if I do that, then I just earned some Chipotle. And that makes me happy. Like, if I just got some Chipotle real quick, had a little applesauce on the side, like, then I'm basically living the life, and I feel good about myself because I completed all my tasks and now I'm just sitting here enjoying something. Or I will say I'll watch an episode of Insecure. My 4th recommendation is that when you are actively studying, you need to lock your phone up, sis or bro. Lock your phone up, put it in the next room if you have to, hide it, give it to your spouse, leave it outside, put it in your car, whatever you gotta do. But if you are somebody who has a vice of social media or your phone in general, texting people, calling people, FaceTiming people, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, you're gonna need to put it away, because it's way too easy to be like, okay, on this break, I'm gonna just scroll for 10 minutes, and the next thing you know, it's 10 hours later, and you got class. Like, you done missed the whole day being on social media and trying to keep up with the latest TikToks, and you missed out prime opportunity to be studying. So if you know that you do not have the discipline to have your phone around you and study, then you gotta get rid of that phone. Just get rid of it. 5th but not least, for productivity, I will say that you should have a designated workspace that is conducive to learning. Have it be very clean and organized. I know that me personally, I cannot focus if my space is cluttered. I'm just gonna be thinking about the clutter and it's not gonna be productive at all. Make sure you have everything you need in the space so that you don't have to leave it, because sometimes when you leave the space, you don't end up coming back to the space. You want it to be comfy so that your back is not hurting, but not too comfy so that you're falling asleep. It's a fine balance that you have to find when you are creating your workspace. And sometimes I like to put nice candles on, and I'll have a little bit of music playing, whether it's classical music or a soft, soulful kind of instrumental. But most of the time I cannot play music because if I know the words, I'm singing them. I'm singing every single lyric and I'm not hearing the words that I'm actually reading from my book. So make sure you have a really good workspace so that you can be productive in. If you've made it this far in this video today, make sure you comment straight in the comments. That's straight, like how Safari says it. What?
You alright there?
Thank you so much for watching my video. Please comment down below if you have any other requests of videos that you would like to see from me. And that is all for today's video. Make sure you watch part 2 of this video, which will be uploaded right after this whenever I finish doing it. That's all for today. Look more.